Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Now, don't go blaming me that we're leading with a small little island map. I know you like more buildable space. I know a lot of you hate islands. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You're the community, that is, not you individually. This was one of the top performing maps of the moment. It looked very nice indeed. It's got some pretty nice thumbnails and stuff, and it felt like it had to be reviewed. So here we are. It's a real life location in the Balearics, which for those of you who don't know the Balearics, including me really, off the coast of Spain in the Mediterranean, sort of midway-ish almost between Spain and Corsica, that big island off the coast of Italy. You know the one. Anyway, we're going to be following that one up with a creator we haven't seen for the longest time. So I'm really looking forward to that one. The standards on today's second map are exceptional. But before we do that, we have a daily reminder. That's right, supporting the channel is a very good way of supporting the channel and reminding yourself to support the channel. So thank you for supporting the channel. Today's first map is Cabrera Map by Senai05 and it's
my first map.
That's right. Yes, we can be forgiving of a few things on today's first map because it is the first map of that creator. Start Square looks really very, very interesting, I've got to say. Terrain heights, it's a bit of a bumpy map. They admit this in the description. Not necessarily the easiest, but listen, real life locations and all that. Resources are a little bit light, but they are there if you want to go digging around for them. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, I hope you like anchovies. On pizza? How to kill a pizza. For me, worse than pineapple. Anyway, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, the ultra low tried trees are there, the surface rock pack, and the generic tree pack. And that's it. We'll be using the vanilla tropical theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. And there's also a little note down in the comments, underneath, you know, where people are commenting. And we're going to cover that one. I'm not going to show the comments, only because I forgot to. But it's that comment that made me pick up on something. And I probably would have missed it. And I might have missed it in the past. Okay, there's one. See, I'm always learning. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from the commenters on the workshop. And yeah, anyway, the Cabrera is not connected via a bridge from Spain. It's not. But listen, this is Cities Skylines and you need to have traffic coming in. And so therefore a bridge is acceptable, isn't it? Do you think? I think we can allow for the bridge. Or can we? Foreshadowing what's coming. Anyway, Start Square looks really interesting. I've got to say, liking the way the Start Square has been done with the road and the rail coming into it like that. And yes, not the biggest buildable space, so we're going to be relying, I think, on a little bit of shipping. So let's have a little look at the shipping routes, get them out of the way very early on the flyover. Now, the shipping routes, they've got a very sweet little curve going on with them. There are two. And they cross over. They cross over here, which means you can have some ships ghosting through each other if the timing is wrong, of course, only if the timing is wrong. And here as well, where ships will ghost through each other there as well. So, could it be a little bit more polished? Yes, it could be. But actually the lines that they take are very nice, so I can give credit there. Water flow in the Start Square doesn't matter because we actually have two separate locations to draw and pump water into and from, so that doesn't matter. That's all good. We can survive with that. So, right, there are things to talk about, like, when have I ever built a city on a map before? Okay, I'm not really building a big city. I'm just building, just going to build a little starter, just a little starter plot. I never do this. And there's a very good reason for me to be doing this. Put us three up onto this now. Let's put some roads in. Oh, hang on. I've got a little bit of a tunnel going on there. Hang on. There, I haven't done this for a while. I've forgotten how to do it. Forgotten how to do it. Somebody, please teach me how to do it. There we go. I'm just going to zone in all of that. Right, a bit of light residential, and we'll let those houses spawn in while we do the flyover. Okay, I'm not marking the map on that little crappy little town I just built. Okay, I'm not marking it down. Anyway, the essential lighthouse, isn't she lovely? A little lighthouse keeper's cottage down there as well. The roads are a bit steep. Now, they could be like this in the Balearics. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. I don't know. I've never been. I'm never going to go. Well, it's very unlikely. I say never. Never say never, but it's very unlikely I'm going to go. It's not that I don't want to go. It's just that I don't really go anywhere. Another essential lighthouse there. If I was going to go anywhere, I think I'd head back to Cyprus. I haven't been there. I was an army brat, and I've not been to Cyprus since I was about 9-10 years old, maybe. And so it'd be nice just to go back and see how it's changed, maybe. But then it's also abroad and foreign, and you know, it's maps and stuff. Anyway, I'm just showing you. There's not really too much to talk about. It's not a super flat map. We've got some nice little bits and pieces here. There's a bay over here that I quite like. I'll show you the bay in a moment. So this is the bay at the start square, which is quite neat. Let's just check to see. Yeah, the buildings are spawning in. Thank you very much, buildings. Yeah, ignore the sewage. That's down to me. But yes, we have some rocky beachfronts as well, which actually I quite like on this map. Now, you could say, yeah, look, their buildings, they're glitching into the environment, like around there. You can see that looks a bit, yeah, it does look a bit, but also, I think it also kind of works. Kind of, on this map, sort of. And I'm prepared to accept that I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. Oh, look, it's a castle. Oh, it's a castle. That's for the BonBonBingo players. Link is in the description, of course. And how do you get down to this pier across those rocks? Oh, and water glitching. Of course, those rocks will cause a little bit of water glitching. Yeah. Yeah. let's not sweat on these little things, okay? I'm trying not to anyway. Anyway, I think we've done the entire map now. We've done the full loop, and we have, over here, we have the bridge to the edge of the map, which I'm going to go back along now, because any minute now we should see our residents start spawning in and driving in. Oh, hang on, what was that? Oh, hello, it's a sunken ship. That's nice to see, actually, out there in the middle of, so just right by the lighthouse. Just somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we're waiting for the little population to start rolling in. So let me, if I just park the camera here and we let it do this. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, and I'll speed the speed of the simulation right up here, including a bit of time lapse, is in the comments somebody mentioned that they weren't getting any vehicles coming into their city, and this is what I found as well. No vehicles coming in. Completely forgotten about this, although I think I have seen other people successfully do it, but I'm pretty sure you need your outside road connections to be at ground level, not elevated. I think. Now, somebody's going to say, yeah, hang on a second, but this particular very famous map that you did, and you gave it 5-star for gameplay, that had that as well. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but maybe I'm just starting to lose my marbles and forgetting, and I need to do some more play. But anyway, we have buildings here for people to move into. There's no reason for people not to be rolling in. I reckon it's because it's elevated, and therefore no traffic's going to arrive. Okay, what do you think of today's first map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. But make sure you're voting on Cabrera, because there are 2 maps. Right. What do I think of Cabrera? Well, aesthetically, kind of like it. I mean, it's got a charm about it. Does that charm bring it up to 4 stars? And I don't think it does for me. But it's still, for me, a middly high 3. Go with that. Detailing. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing particularly outstandingly exciting about it. I think we can go middle 3. It's the pass mark. It's absolutely acceptable. Gameplay potential. Okay, you're going to have to use unlocks to get harbours down. And so I'm going to have to because it doesn't cover this in the description. I have to penalise. I'm going to give it a low 2. It's not a broken map, which it would be if we were completely reliant on roads. But Cabrera Map by Senai05, it's fine. It's fine, just about. So you know what to expect. You're going to be alright with it. Anyway, something a bit more interesting after this. And that's something a bit more interesting. It's a creator we haven't seen for quite a while. Now, this map was voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon. Thank you very much, guys. And it's been on the list since, about 2018. It's been waiting a long time. We've got 170 maps on that waiting list, you know. It's been waiting a long time. It's been waiting too long. This is a very nice map. Now, the creator we've done once before, back in episode 12. That's right, you heard me right. Episode 12. And one of those classic maps they're responsible for. Who are we talking about? It's Blackfrost. And this is Cedar Bay. Do you remember, anybody who's been playing the game for a while, Bonita Vista Valley? Yeah, that's Blackfrost. Yeah, that was them. Anyway, there's your start square. That looks enticing. If not inspiring, it looks enticing. Terrain heights, it's a bay with like a river valley and some hills and stuff. Resources, a bit of field painting going on there, but it's strong and it's bold, and I think we could use it. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, even though it came out before Sunset Harbour, it's still quite an interesting little fishing map. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, Cedar Valley 4K. We've got network extensions 2. We're using the crisp but warm contrast LUT. And there's a few trees and rocks to subscribe to as well. And neatly written short description, including a link to the video of the making of the map, which was a while ago now. Anyway, shall we not just hover like I was just doing there? I think we can move along a bit. But yes, episode 12 of What's Map. It's like a century ago. That's so long ago that their previous map didn't get the seal of approval. Not because it wasn't any good, but because the seal of approval didn't really exist then. I had different things like the blue ribbons, and the blue ribbon was what this map got. Well, their first map, their previous map, got the blue ribbon. Seal of approval was yet to even be a twinkle in my imagination. Episode 12, can you imagine? I mean, I can. I can just about remember. Anyway, we've got Slick Highway. Look, this is Blackfrost. They know this stuff. We have got network extensions too, so you will see some 2-lane roads dotted in and around in places. And a few of you might say, oh, the lane mathematics are out and whatever. And yeah, in places I think you might say you're right on that one. But the overall standards on this map, remember this is 2018 map. 2018. We're going back 4 years here. Nearly 5 years here. Bye me. I've forgotten what. We're heading into December here. Right, yeah, we're going back a chunk of time. This map holds up by today's standards. I'm not saying it shines by today's standards, but if this was a new release map this week and was at the top of the workshop, it'd be scoring fine. It'd be scoring absolutely fine. And trust me when I tell you, this map is going to score absolutely fine at the end of today's show, despite its age. So anyway, yeah, we've got good standards. It's just got some pleasing topography going on. We've got some very slick intersections. Here's one. Very slick intersections, like the old loop back on the off ramp there. So it comes in and then it goes the clockwise loop there. That's that clockwise. I'm just trying to work out which way around does the clock go. I haven't seen a clock for a while. Anyway, network extensions 2. Lane merging there is very nice. We've even got a little road cutting in and across there as well, giving access to the farmlands and stuff. Not that that really matters because you can do that in your own time. I'm sure you will anyway. And then there's your start square, which is, like I say, whilst it's enticing, I wouldn't say it was inspiring, but enticing is almost as good as inspiring. I mean, enticing means you want to get down there and build on it. And when you get down there, inspiring is when you go, oh, I've got loads of ideas. I haven't got any ideas for down there, but I'm happy to build down there. So there you go. Enticed, but not inspired. Everybody loves a big old bridge. There it is. There's one for the BonBonBingo players. and then we're doing the full loop. We're doing the full loop. It's a ring road, but it's not really a ring road because it's more of a triangle. This map is a bit of a triangle with mountains framing it. A bit of a triangle. Not often you get triangle maps, is it? But we have got exactly that today, and I'll point that out in a moment. Over this part of the map, this is, I'm going to call this dead space. It's nicely done. We've got a bit of rough terrain off to the right. We've got scrubland trees all over the place as well, just to make it. I'm not expecting anything more from this area, by the way. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's just different biome. That's what we've got. Then we've got the trumpet intersection right there. And again, slick standards, very nicely done. And it's right next to the rail, which gives me a chance to jump over to the rail. We're not going to follow the rail all the way around the map because, as you can imagine, it's going to be very similar to the roads. We'll just, do you know what? We'll just get across the water so we can check out the standard of the rail bridge, and then have a little look at the big old bridge as well, because there's a big old bridge here as well. Have a look at both of them, and wonder whether you can get shipping under here. Ooh, do you think there might be shipping routes through here? Ooh, I don't know. It might be a bit worrying. Might be a bit worrying. Those pillar placements might be a bit of a bother. Anyway, and then the rail heads off all the way over there. We don't need to do that, do we? Thank you. Thanks for agreeing. Anyway, so it's a good shape map. But anyway, triangle. It's a triangle map. What we have is basically 1, 2, and 3, and in the middle you've even got a little triangle lake going on there. In fact, it's more than that. It's a face. Look, it's a winky face. It's a winky face lake. Or is it a happy face lake? There. Oh, wait for it. One more to come. Or is it a, ooh, who just pinched my bottom face? Oh, look at that. It wasn't me. My hands are in my pockets right now. I promise. I do promise. If somebody's pinching your bottom, it wasn't me. As much as you might want it to be. And if you do, that's kind of strange. Get yourself some sort of weird crush other than me, please. Anyway, we've got shipping routes. They do this. And then we've got a little weird one here that heads up into the bay up there, which means we could do a little shipping triangle here as well to prevent silly things with the ships. But other than that, the shipping routes are fine. I don't know quite why we've got the second shipping route next to the first one, but we have. Right, into the bay. Let's have a look at the water flow in the start square, and it's negligible. There's not really much movement there at all. Not much coast either, so I would suggest water towers, but you will find your own solutions. But if you want to bump and draw, be very, very careful today, okay, with this one. But anyway, yeah, we've got some very super slick standards on this one, but we've got some very nice and interesting variations of topography as well. Like this little bending, winding river that's cut its way through these hills. I totally believe this. Is it the most beautiful thing in the world? I would say no. Do I totally believe it? I absolutely freaking well do. Thank you very much for that, Blackfrost. That's excellent. Lakes and fields. Now, the fields look perfectly flat, don't they? Great for building. They're not exactly perfectly flat. Let me just switch those terrain lines on there. So those are moderately flat. We go over to, here we go. I found some. Found some over here. Yeah, there you go. They're a bit lumpy bumpy. Now, do you want to fix them? Because I've got to tell you, real world, land is not perfectly flat. Okay, it's just not. There are lumps and bumps and hills and whatever. So yeah, it's buildable. It's buildably lumpy. My lack of ability to talk hits me again. It's buildably bumpy. There we go. Second main river there, leading down into this bay, the Smiley Face Bay. You know, I think we've covered it all. I don't know if there's anything more to show you. I mean, I could harp on about how nice intersections are, but you saw them. So, what do you think of today's second map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide, even though it's 4 years too late. 5 years too late. You know what to do. Just make sure you're voting on Cedar Bay. Right, okay. What do I think of Cedar Bay by Blackfrost? Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's Blackfrost. But I'm just surprised we haven't reviewed it sooner. I know. Aesthetically, I like it. I think it's 4 stars. I don't think it's mind-blowing. I can go into medium-low 4. We'll do that. Detailing is very, very strong. Again, there's nothing here to set the world alight, but I think the detailing here beats the aesthetics. Let's go for middle 4. And then for gameplay potential, again, like I say, am I really inspired to want to play on this one? No, but am I enticed? I absolutely am. So there's nothing here broken, nothing here to put you off. I'm going to go 4 stars again. I'm going to go for a middly low 4. It's strong. It's strong. Cedar Bay by Blackfrost. No blue ribbon, I'm sorry. Don't have them anymore. I got this instead. The seal of approval. Thanks, Blackfrost. That is just sublime. And if you make another map, try not to leave it in the waiting list for 4 years. I don't know if I'll still be going in 4 years. Can you imagine? Help. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. And thanks to all the BonBon buddies over on Patreon for voting that map in. I'm so glad you did. And, well, it's time for me to climb out of my chair now and just call it a day. But it's time for you to climb into the comments and use the word of the day. Ah, yes. Don't know what that is then. Just to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite. And I'll be back very, very soon. Thanks for watching.